Welcome to Catalyst Grid. My name is Kingsley Amafua, lead scheduler with DC Nordics. In this final session, we are covering Episode 10, Project Closeout, As-Built Records, and Formal Handover in P6. We have journeyed from the EPS to the finished record. Now, it's time to close the loop correctly. Today, we will learn how to produce as-built records, structure lessons learned, and formally archive your data. A proper closeout is what protects your project's legacy and your organization's legal position. Let's look at what closeout actually means from a project controls perspective. On NEC4 contracts, the defects date and completion date are contractually defined milestones. The project controls record must be formally closed in strict alignment with these contractual dates. Evidence of physical completion must be preserved permanently within your final schedule update. Closeout is not just finishing the work, it is documenting that the work was finished as planned. This record is your primary defense in any future claims or disputes. We are effectively freezing the timeline to create a permanent forensic record of performance. Ensuring compliance now saves years of headache during the limitation period. Step 1 of the process is ensuring every single activity is accurately closed. Apply a filter for activities where the actual finish is blank to identify anything left open. Every task must show 100% progress. No activity should be left in an in-progress state. Run the DCMA 14-point check one final time. Your closeout schedule must be technically perfect. This means 0 open-ended activities, ensuring all logic is tied up and complete. You should also have 0 dangling predecessors or successors. Every link must lead somewhere. 0 negative float is non-negotiable. The project is finished. There are no future constraints remaining. Total float on all activities should be large and positive or frozen by the actual finish date. Generating the final schedule log provides the technical proof of your schedule's integrity. Once the schedule is clean, we move to creating the definitive record. The as-built schedule is your final updated program, preserved as a baseline. Navigate to Project and Maintain Baselines. This is where we archive the final state. Add a final baseline and name it clearly. For example, Iron Gate as-built final. Assign this as your primary baseline to ensure it is the benchmark for all future forensic analysis. In the Gantt view, display your original baseline above each bar and the as-built below. Every activity now shows the timeline story, when it was planned and when it actually happened. Print this comparison to PDF. It is the most important document in your handover package. It tells your project's story precisely and permanently, no room for ambiguity. This document will be the first thing auditors look at if the project is ever reviewed. Keeping the history of all baselines allows you to track the evolution of project changes. Your primary baseline is now your forensic anchor. Keep it secure. Finalizing this setting is the formal act of closing the program. With the schedule closed, we turn to the final financial and performance verdict. If actual cost is less than your budget at completion, you delivered under budget. Record those savings and capture exactly what drove that efficiency in your lessons learned. If AC exceeds BAC, you have a cost overrun. Document the reasons and contributing change events. If compensation events were managed correctly via NEC4, your adjusted BAC should reflect those changes. Your final CPI and SPI tell the definitive performance story of the project. A CPI below 1 means it cost more than budgeted. SPI below 1 means you delivered less than intended. One size does not fit all. You must tailor your reporting to different audiences. Benchmarking these results across your portfolio drives continuous improvement. Export your final EVM summary to include in the executive closeout report. Now let's capture the intelligence gained from this project. Capture the accuracy of your duration estimates versus actuals. This feeds your next estimating database. Document which risk events materialized and which didn't. This improves future risk management. Record where your logic was weak. Identify missing interface relationships that cost you time. Store these lessons in a project notebook or your organization's PMO knowledge base. Ensure they are included as a tagged, searchable document in your final handover file. By tailoring your message, you ensure that everyone gets the information they need to act. Active review of these lessons during the next project kickoff is where the real value lies. Transform project-specific pain into organizational best practice. Your expertise grows with every lesson properly documented and applied. Finally, we must protect the record for the long term. Export a complete XER backup of the closed project. This is your primary archive format. Store it in your document management system alongside the as-built PDF and EVM reports. Many organizations also export as a P6 XML file as a robust secondary archive format. Keep the archive for the duration of your contract's limitation period, typically 6 to 12 years. Simple contract claims often require 6 years, while contracts under seal require 12 in the UK. This is not optional. It is a contractual and legal obligation that protects your firm. Once archived, the project status in P6 should be set to closed and made read-only. This prevents any accidental changes to the historical record. Your final project controls handover package is now complete. It includes the as-built schedule, final performance metrics, and the full project archive. Formal sign-off on these deliverables marks the official end of project controls on this project. You have delivered a transparent, data-driven, and professionally closed project. From the EPS to the as-built record, this is the discipline that keeps capital projects honest. Real project control starts with you deciding to do it properly, every single day. Keep an eye out for the series signal. This concludes our Project Controls Mastery series. I am Kingsley Emufua. Subscribe, share, and stay scheduled. I'll see you in the next series.